What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, press that subscribe button. Now let's get it. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You know they've been attacking your boy Stock Holiday channel, trying to come after me. This is the backup channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel just in case they get rid of my other channel. This is Stock Holiday 2.0. What's going on in the cryptocurrency market right now? We are moving in a rapid pace. Things are starting to really transpire right before our eyes. Bitcoin to $118,305 as of right now. We know we did see a new all-time high, $123,000. Now we have cooled off just a little bit to $118,300. Ethereum started to really take control today. Ethereum say, okay, this is what y'all been waiting on, huh? This is what y'all have been knocking on my door for so many months. This is what all the letters you guys have been sending in, all the well wishes when I was down and out, when everybody was counting me out saying that I was not going to revive. I was not going to make it. They was counting me out. Now Ethereum did its thing, pumped 9–10% in one day. We already talked about that. We talked about how powerful Bitcoin is. We talked about how powerful Ethereum is. Ethereum can pump at a lot larger scale than Bitcoin. Ethereum can run up 5, 10, 15, 20% in one day. What did it do today? I think I saw it above 10% in one day. Ethereum, $3,352 today. Earlier, I think it got close to $3,400. Look how fast things transpire. That's why it's so important to dollar cost average in. You just never know when things are going to take off. And when things take off, sometimes you're going to be too late to the gate. Not trusting the process, you'll be too late to the gate. Ethereum was $1,400 just a couple of months ago. You would have over doubled your money. You'd have doubled your money, almost tripled your money. That's why we have been trusting the process. We knew it was only a matter of time before Ethereum woke up. That's what we was banking on. That's what we were standing on. In order for altcoin season to transpire and happen, Ethereum would have to wake up. So we saw it down low. We say, hey, we are betting on Ethereum. We're betting on the 4-year cycle. Let's get it. Dollar cost averaging in. I'm taking a look at my portfolio from when we were buying just a few months ago, and all of those coins are up. Bonk has been kicking butt. I think I saw Bonk up 85% in just this week alone. We have been making massive profits. I was talking to one of the fellas over there at Patreon. He said, Coach, I'm starting to get nervous. I'm getting the jitters. I'm looking at my portfolio. Everything is green. I'm making hundreds and thousands of dollars per day. I'm starting to get a little nervous. This is what it's all about. We will be seeing the gains on a daily basis. That's how it was last cycle. We will wake up and we will see that our portfolio is up hundreds and thousands a day. It's what the young man said today. His portfolio is up, starting to get a little nervous. Well, altcoin season starts to kick in when Ethereum really starts to broaden up. Phase 2 is in full effect. A few weeks ago, we was questioning and wondering, is this really phase 2? Now it is confirmed, it is verified, it is official. This is phase 2. Phase 2 is when Ethereum starts to outperform Bitcoin. What are we seeing right now? On the week, Ethereum is up 21%. On the week, Bitcoin is up 6%. Bitcoin is doing well though, but we're not counting Bitcoin out. This is just a process that happens every 4 years. This is how things transpire and take place. Bitcoin dominance last month before that, everybody was questioning what the heck is going on. Why is Bitcoin dominance so strong? We might not be having an altcoin season, Coach. Bitcoin dominance, 65% dominance, 64.8% dominance. It'll dip down 64.3, then boom, go right back up to 64.8. Crypto fatigue was a real thing. A lot of folks were stressed out, concerned, and had a lot of uncertainty. Didn't know what was going to happen, what was going to transpire. doubting themselves, saying, you know what, I probably should have been buying all Bitcoin. Why was I buying these altcoins? Why was I buying Bong? Why was I buying Floki, Solana, XRP? Damn, I should have been buying all Bitcoin the way it looks. You have to do your homework. You have to put in the work to understand what it is that you're investing in. If you were doing your homework, understanding what the 4-year cycle consists of, understanding what the 4 phases of the crypto cycle is, then you would know this is normal. Relax, but most importantly, you got to be patient. You have to let each phase play itself out. It's not going to happen overnight. That's why you have to let it play out. And as it plays out, then you can progress to the next phase. Progress to the next phase. Last cycle, I didn't know anything about the 4 phases of cryptocurrency. I didn't know to be patient and wait for Ethereum to pump. Be patient and wait for the large cap coins to pump. I saw Bitcoin pumping last cycle. I was selling my altcoins, buying it into Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin slowed up and altcoin season start running, kind of like we're seeing right now. Then I'm like, damn, why did I sell my altcoins? Now Bitcoin not moving, so I'm selling. I'm over trading, and as I'm over trading, these exchange fees were wiping me out, costing me thousands of dollars just doing all these transactions. I didn't know anything about that, but when I'm looking, I'm like, man, how come I'm losing money every time I make a trade? I wasn't tripping because I was new, didn't know no better. Now this cycle, I know a little bit more. I know to be a little bit more patient. Cryptocurrency, global cryptocurrency market is at 3.8 trillion. That is massive. We are almost at a $4 trillion market cap for the entire cryptocurrency space. That is huge. Look like we are at all-time high. Back in December 2024, we did hit 3.70 trillion. Right now, we're at 3.78 or $3.80 trillion, testing $4 trillion market cap. We're breaking new all-time highs with Bitcoin. We're breaking new all-time highs with the global cryptocurrency market cap. This is going to be one heck of a cycle. Will it be a super cycle? Only time will tell. We sure hope it will be a super cycle. Look how long phase 1 lasted where Bitcoin was outperforming their entire market. Will Ethereum phase 2 be just as long? That's something to think about. Imagine if the phases have been extended. Will Ethereum have a extended phase where it's outperforming Bitcoin? That's something to pay attention to. How high will Ethereum go? When Ethereum was $1,400, $1,500, I said, you know what? Ethereum could 10x from here. Ethereum could get to $15,000. Oh, coach, ain't know what? Man, once Ethereum really start to run, we saw the all-time high for Ethereum last cycle in 2021 was almost $5,000. You don't think it could 3x from the top of last cycle? If Bitcoin can 2x from the top of last cycle at 70K and get to 140K, you don't think old man Ether can do a 3x from the previous all-time high from 2021. A lot of folks didn't think Ethereum could get to $3,500 just this quick. Ethereum dominance is finally above or in the 2-digit range. We're at 10.7%. You guys remember how long we were trying to get to 10%. It seemed like all day and all night for us to get to 10%, like it wasn't going to happen. Now we're almost 11% dominance. Look how fast things happen in cryptocurrency. That's why you always trust the 4-year cycle until the 4-year cycle is broken. Things are transpiring and happen according to the way things have happened the previous 3 cycles, which is a good thing. That right there is what I was waiting. I was waiting for a little bit of confirmation. I was waiting for a little bit of certainty to show and see that, okay, you know what? The cycles are still lined up. Phase 1, phase 2 is still a real thing. Because, you can get caught up in listening to all the fear in the comments People saying Bitcoin is the only thing that's worth something. Y'all shouldn't be buying these altcoins. Altcoin season is dead. These large institutions are in it now. Now there's no altcoin season. Those were in the comments. A lot of fear was being distributed around the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin is the only good investment. You shouldn't be investing in altcoins. Even Ethereum is dead. Bitcoin is the only way. Man, if you was not in the cryptocurrency community, I see how you could have folded. I see how you could have tapped out and said, you know what, I effed up. Let me go ahead and sell my bag and get completely out. Or let me sell my altcoin bag and just put it all into Bitcoin. What I did about a month ago, when I kind of saw Ethereum waking up, I took half of my Bitcoin and distributed amongst some of the top altcoins, Ethereum and a host of other ones. And now it is starting to pay off. I was hoping I was making the right decision. That decision was based on the 4-year cycle. It was based on phase one is probably about to be ending and phase two is probably about to be starting. That's what that decision was based on. Did I take a whole Bitcoin? Nope. Because it was uncertain. I did not want to be bamboozled. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take a half. A half would be cool and put it over there and see if I could, 5x it, something like that, which is still a lot of dinero. So this cycle is just lining up perfectly. Ethereum is doing its thing, looking very good. Even Floki today. Floki is one of the newer meme coins, is up 30% today. Bonk is up 25% in just today. Even XRP is above the $3 range right now. A lot of folks are talking bad about XRP. You look at XRP is up 27% on the week. Oh, what a difference a day make. These cryptocurrency are going to start multiplying. They're multiplying right now as we speak. I told you about Bonk. Bonk's up 80% on the week. We saw Bonk about a month ago at 4 zeros and 1. Now I think it touched 4 zeros and 4, or almost 4 zeros and 4. That's a 4x, just that quick. But that is what cryptocurrency offers you. We talked about why we are in cryptocurrency. Ask yourself that, why you're in cryptocurrency. Have a one-on-one conversation with yourself and ask yourself, why am I in cryptocurrency? What am I doing? What am I doing in cryptocurrency? How did I get into cryptocurrency? What are my expectations for cryptocurrency? What do I plan on getting out of cryptocurrency? Ask yourself that, and that's a good question. Then you will kind of know how to continue to navigate through the rest of the cycle and maybe even going into the next cycle. But we know we could be investing in the stock market. I made some good money today in the stock market. Are my returns going to be as large in the stock market versus cryptocurrency? Typically, no. Typically, cryptocurrency, you will make larger multipliers, and the multipliers will come a lot faster versus you being into the stock market. But I like to be diverse. I just like investing as a whole. I like finding the good plays, finding them while they're low, riding the cycle all the way up, taking profits, waiting for the cycle to start back up. Going to make sure we get it right this time. It's not going to be perfect. We're not going to sell at the top. Never going to buy exactly at the bottom, but you want to get somewhere close near there. You want to be in a range. You want to be in an area to where you can say, you know what? We made it out unscathed. We ran away with the bag. We heard that knock at the door and we was out. We was chilling one day watching TV. All of a sudden we heard we was gone. We waiting on that knock. Still waiting on that knock for 2025. Waiting on that knock when they come to the door and say, are your bags packed? We want to be able to say, yes, sir, I'm out. Bags packed, toothpaste, deodorant, extra pair of shoes, cell phone, all the stuff. And we out. And we are out. We have successfully made it through the cycle. Looking at Bitcoin right now, we're at $117,791. Ethereum, $3,318. Will we have a little bit of a correction, a little bit of a pullback? Well, that's kind of what we're going through right now with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was $123,000. Now it is $117,700. Fear and greed index is at 70. That right there is decent. It's good that the fear and greed index is not in the 80s. It's good that the fear and greed index didn't get too excited. We still got a lot of time before we see extreme greed. Altcoin season is starting to tick up. Altcoin season is 38 over 100. Remember a few weeks ago, we saw altcoin season at 20 over 100? Now it has almost doubled. Why? Look at your portfolio. Look at these altcoins. Look how these altcoins have been performing as of lately. And that right there will tell you, wow, and why the altcoin season index has almost doubled. And now it's at 38 over 100. Look at that Fartcoin. Fartcoin is almost up 30% on the week. Meme coins, meme coins. Floki, Bonk, Fartcoin. Do not let these meme coins pass you by. Aerodrome Finance is an awesome cryptocurrency coin, 27% on the week. Even Dogecoin said, you know what, let me wake up and get some of this. Let me get 19% on the week. Ethereum up 20% on the week. Excellent moves. Casper said, you know what, don't leave me out. Let me get 13% on the week. Excellent. Even Solana up 9%. Shiba Inu said, what? Let me get 16% for the week. Nobody's been talking about Shiba Inu. Do not let Shiba Inu trick you. Shiba Inu will lie sleep the same way old man Ether was, and one day Shiba Inu will wake up with all power in her hands, and people will be saying, damn, I wish I would have been buying Shiba Inu when it was beat down. So just another great day today. This is just what the cycle does. We're in quarter 3, midway through July. Still in the middle of crypto week. We did see a little bit of positive news today with the House passing the Genius Act. Now we got to see the other votes, see how that transpired, but definitely making some headways and in a positive direction. I was also looking at something, and this showed PayPal. PayPal already has a stablecoin that it's using for blockchain transactions. Then I went over there to the stock market. I looked at what PayPal is. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and dollar cost average in this PayPal stock. Just in case this Genius bill passes, PayPal is probably going to shoot up. Being diverse. Yeah, I got a lot of money in the cryptocurrency, but I do got a nice portion in the stock market as well. I like to have my portfolios diverse. I'm busy all day looking at these charts. I'm looking at the stock market, looking at crypto, taking care of this, taking care of that. I want to get it right this cycle. I do not want to have to be waiting around to 2028. This is a real deal. This is a serious situation. Trying to get things right and get things situated for financial freedom. So I'll be able to kick back, relax, travel, and have it my way, you know, as far as having freedom to do whatever it is that I want to do tomorrow, the next day. If I want to go fishing for a week, I could do that. If I want to go visit one of y'all, somebody over there in the stock holiday community, one of the brothers say, Coach, I'm in Paris, man. When I come to California, I'm going to come see you. All right, when I come to Paris, I'm going to come holler at you. Roland Curtis I go to Vermont Avenue, go holler at Roland Curtis. A couple of folks say they in Las Vegas. People all over the country say, stock holiday, come holler at me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to travel, come holler at y'all, hang out with y'all, and we just going to live life. We're going to enjoy life. We're enjoying it right now, but we're going to have a bigger bag because we're going to hear that knock at the door, and we're going to be ready. We're going to be locked in. So I appreciate y'all for continuing to support the Stock Holiday channel. Subscribe to the channel. This is Stock Holiday 2.0. Just in case the other channel get killed with another strike, they got me on a 7-day ban because of the first strike they gave me. Now I got to be careful. I got to tell them that it's for entertainment. It's for educational purpose, which is, and, just got to play by the rules. I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. We're going to keep on moving and keep on stepping and keep on running up this doggone bag, running up this portfolio. So come on over there. Join us in the Patreon. We would love to see you over there. We have the great, awesome cryptocurrency community, and we would love to see you over there. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.